You're watching WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon. Bill Bryant and Barbara Bailey here for WKYT. We're glad you're along. We have started the day off with some rain. It's been rolling through, a lot of showers from time to time. And before the evening is out, it's going to be turning to snow.
Oh, wow. And all part of the wild weather system moving into the area. Meteorologist Micah Harris is here with an update on this WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. Micah.
Yeah, that low pressure system slowly but surely making its way through western Kentucky, heading our direction. You can see that spin there in the atmosphere, right through there across highway or Interstate 64, that is. Now we're going to be looking across our region. Until that snow gets here, there is that possibility of getting some strong, potentially an isolated stray severe cell, and that's really going to be for the 64 corridor back toward the east. Here's your look right now. You're getting some heavy downpours. These are very quick movers. They only stay over you for a couple of minutes, put down heavy downpours and also some strong winds, 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts. They're all moving toward the northeast, so we'll just continue to see showers and thunderstorms spin in here back from the west. Here's the idea once we track off into the rest of the afternoon, into the evening. What's the timeline on this snow? Well, as of right now, I would say around the 65 corridor, roughly 5 p.m. Around the 75 corridor, which does include Lexington, that is going to be roughly 7 to 8 p.m. So anywhere from 5 to 8 is when we expect the rain to switch over into snow. Then it takes over for everybody by midnight. How is this going to impact your travel later on this evening or maybe even tomorrow morning? I might have that coming up.
And we'll see you then. Let's get to some more news.
The hearing for 5 suspended officers continues later this afternoon. The Paris police chief made his case for firing them during a day-long hearing Monday.
And today their lawyer will get a chance to fight for them to stay with the police force. WKYT's Hillary Thornton has more. That's our top story here at 12:30. Hillary?
5 Paris police officers will continue fighting for their jobs this afternoon here inside of City Hall as their disciplinary hearing moves on. The hearing started Monday morning, lasting about 8 hours, including hours worth of video evidence, as Chief Rob Williams explaining his reasoning for suspending 6 officers without pay. Now, one of those officers has since resigned. The officers are all facing several disciplinary charges after the chief said they spent too much time during their shifts inside of dispatch. He says during his investigation of a 3-month time period, one of the accused officers spent about 47% of his time on duty inside of dispatch. Ultimately, Chief Williams is recommending termination for each of the 5 officers. Meanwhile, they are all backed by strong support shown by the overflow crowd at the hearing, with more than a dozen community members forced to listen to the hearing through speakers set up out in the hallway. Attorneys for the officers are calling this all a case of retaliation, saying all of the suspended officers chose not to switch to a 12-hour shift from a 10-hour shift. They say since that decision, they have, quote, been in the chief's crosshairs, end quote. They also claim they did stop hanging out in dispatch after a department-wide memo went out back in December, asking officers to cut down their time spent inside. Now, we are working to talk to some of these officers' supporters before the hearing gets back underway. Now, once that does resume this afternoon, the officer's attorney will finish cross-examining the chief. Then all 5 officers are expected to testify. In Paris, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. Now, this hearing is scheduled to resume at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Police have made an arrest in Lexington's latest murder. 24-year-old Clarence Taylor is charged with the murder of LaRaz Mitchell. He was shot to death outside the Camelot East Club on Richmond Road last Friday. Mitchell's friends say they thought the arrest would bring relief until they learned that Mitchell knew the man accused of killing him.
To know your killer is that much worse. And for something so stupid, for no reason.
Taylor will be arraigned on the murder charge in about half an hour at 1 o'clock. And we're getting closer to spring, which can also be a time when the weather turns more severe.
Today, the city of Lexington took steps to keep people safe in case of dangerous storms. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain shows us what they did in a story that's new at 12:30. Michelle?
It just so happens on a first alert severe weather day here and a day after 24 tornadoes were reported in the south, Fayette County is installing another emergency siren. The outdoor weather siren is being installed at Picadome Pool off South Broadway. It's the 28th emergency siren in Fayette County, and its purpose is to inform people of severe weather like a tornado or any community emergency.
and they work quite effectively, but the thing to remember is these sirens are only designed to alert people who are outdoors. They were never intended here in Fayette County to alert people who are in the homes.
The sirens put out 3 different sounds depending on the warning, along with voice messages.
The first is a Westminster chime. That's for severe thunderstorm warnings. There's a solid wail. That goes off for tornado warnings, and then for other types of community emergencies, like a chemical emergency, there's a wavering tone, there's a wavering wail.
The siren costs between $25,000 and $30,000. The last one to be added here in Fayette County was in 2010, downtown at the police headquarters. In Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Now, the sirens were tested yesterday and are also tested on the first Wednesday of every month. The testing is usually done quietly with no sirens.
A police chase has ended in a deadly crash. The Warren County Sheriff's Office says it started when deputies tried to stop 23-year-old Alexander Metter. They say he was on a motorcycle and he kept going. State police say the chase continued until Metter crashed into a marked Sheriff's Office SUV at an intersection there. Metter was airlifted to a hospital where he died. The deputy he hit also went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. 2 Fort Campbell soldiers have been arrested after police say they impersonated officers. Clarksville, Tennessee police say Brett Jewell and William Jones pulled people over using flashing lights, badges, and a dispatch radio. Police say both men confessed in interviews after they were taken into custody. They are each charged with 3 counts of criminal impersonation.
At least one Kentucky school district will miss spring break because of snow days. The Letcher County School Board voted to make spring break in-session days. Students will now be in school April 4th through the 8th. Letcher County has missed 17 days of school because of snow. UK students have an opportunity today to get vaccinated against the mumps. There have been 3 confirmed cases on campus. Now, while the vaccine does not prevent all cases, it can help lessen the symptoms.
Even though mumps is not a life-threatening disease, it is still very contagious, and there are people out there that are immunocompromised, and it could be deadly to them.
Now, the clinic begins in about half an hour at the University Health Services building. The vaccine is going to be offered for free.
In our health news, some interesting genetic findings about migraine headache.
Also, how exercise plus math and spelling studies really add up. Coming up in Better Living on WKYT.
Looking for those showers and thunderstorms continue to churn in here, and then we'll start to see the switch over to snow later on this afternoon off into the evening hours. I'm going to break down that timing and how it's going to impact you coming up.
Are you relaxed around mom? I really like getting a cocktail with my mom. You drink in front of your parents, Julie? There you go. Sorry, Mom. Today, Mom's Anna Faris. And Friday, Benny, Jets. The Talk on CBS.
I'm going to enjoy killing you.
Deathstroke.
DC's Legends of Tomorrow. New hit series Thursday at 8, 7 Central.
After I got hurt in a car wreck, I didn't know what to do about my car repairs until I made that one call.
I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs. It takes just one call to my office.
There's a way to go down to 553-000.
Home security can be easier than you think. Whether you're a first-time customer or you're unhappy with your current service, Bates simplifies security and makes switching your service to Bates easy. You keep your existing equipment and we do the rest. Switch your system today and get 3 months free monitoring. Recently named Central Kentucky Small Business of the Year.
Bates Security, protecting what matters most.
Well, I hope we have a buyer for the house.
Me too. What are the neighbors doing here?
Bill! Hey! Come in! I didn't know your home Wi-Fi could stream so many devices at the same time.
Dad, it's Time Warner Cable Internet. Crazy fast.
Dad, you can get Wi-Fi all over this place.
Cool.
Make your home as connected as possible. Get internet with unlimited data starting at $14.99 per month and ask about free installation. Call 1-855-1TWC.
Honey,
And some Captain D's make you feel better.
Yeah.
When you love seafood this much,
Back again?
I hope it's just a clumsy phase.
it's gotta be D's. Anything's worth it for our new home-style flounder meal or double dozen shrimp. Also try our grilled menu featuring new Tuscan tilapia. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Getting hurt in a car wreck can change your life. It can be frustrating dealing with the medical bills. I'm attorney Darryl Isaacs, the Hammer. Just call my office if you've been hurt in a car wreck.
Calling the Hammer is a way to go down 255-3000.
I'm WKYT's Miranda Combs, and I stand for Kentucky.
Well, this system just keeps on spinning off into the region. It'll do that the rest of the afternoon, on and off showers and thunderstorms. And not only that, but we are looking at wind gusts with a wind advisory across the whole region, 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. So not only with the showers, I mean, if you're not even seeing showers or thunderstorms, you can still get those kind of gusts. We're getting some heavy downpours off toward the Mountain Parkway. All that's trailing north and northeast. Moorhead, you're going to get in on the action again here in just about 20 minutes or so. Frankfort, here in the next 5 to 10, you'll be seeing some heavy downpours and gusty winds, and that'll string off into Lexington here in just about 45 minutes. Here's the look across the way as we travel into the rest of the afternoon. Right around 60-ish right now, but we get into the rest of the afternoon, and look at those temperatures take a dive, roughly 15 degrees from where we are at this moment when we hit 4 and 5 p.m. And what's happening is these gusty winds are flying in here, pumping in that cooler air. That cooler air catches up to that moisture. See a lot of green? Now watch this once we hit 7 to 8 p.m. Here comes the snow. And around here in Lexington, that's what time I expect it is 7 to 8 p.m. But 5 to 8 will be in between I-65 and also I-75 corridor. That's when the switchover comes in that region. Get over east of I-75 eastern zones, you're talking before midnight. Overnight and into tomorrow, those temperatures, look at your temperatures at 33 degrees. There during the evening, it was still mid to even upper 30s. So what does that mean for you? Is travel going to be impacted later on this evening and night? Don't expect that. It's really overnight and into tomorrow morning that I expect minor issues. You got to remember the bulk of this falls overnight and into tomorrow, which means those road crews will have plenty of time. It's a light snowmaker. A coating to 2 inches is possible, which means those road crews will be able to knock that out, at least the main roads, before early morning commute. That's what I suspect. We'll see how that turns out, but that's what I expect around here. By 7 a.m., still some spotty snow showers here and there, and then it starts to fade as we trail off into your afternoon, off into the evening. So the breakdown tomorrow, snow will be likely a coating to 2 inches. A light snowmaker, it's not a big one. I would say southeastern Kentucky and the mountainous regions could maybe push out a 3-inch reading. But then we hit Friday, a couple flakes, not a big issue. It's just going to be chilly. And then you can see Saturday and off into Sunday. This is what I like to see right here. I mean, we rebound very nicely and very quick too. Only Wednesday and Thursday, or Thursday and Friday rather, is where we're going to be seeing that winter phase, and then Saturday and Sunday look pretty good. 40s, 50s, 60s, and staying dry. Beautiful weekend in store, but don't forget there still is a slight chance that we could have a stray severe cell, especially I-64 northbound and over toward the far eastern zones later on this afternoon.
Okay, keep watch on that. We thank you. And the case for getting students moving while learning, and also researchers find a possible link between your brain and your gut.
Chris Martinez has details in this Better Living report.
Migraine and tension-type headaches may share genetic links with irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, according to a new study presented by the American Academy of Neurology. More than half of patients with migraines and over a quarter with tension headaches also had IBS. Researchers say patients with IBS and headaches had at least one gene that differed from healthy people. New research shows that children with asthma who are sent home after a hospital visit with their prescription medications make fewer visits back to the ER. Boston University created a program that makes sure asthma medications are delivered to hospital rooms after learning almost 40% of pediatric patients were not able to get their prescriptions filled in a timely manner. And students who do physical activities while learning math and spelling score higher on tests compared to students sitting at desks. The study in pediatrics looked at nearly 500 second and third graders and found the score increases in the active group were equal to 4 months of learning. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, coming up, his messages have touched thousands around the world, and you have a chance to hear him tonight.
Details about Ravi Zacharias coming to Lexington next on WKYT.
I'm a policeman with the Versailles Police Department, trying to help someone across the street. Car hit me, and then I had 3 surgeries. They said I had to be 100% in order to return to work, but I wasn't, so I had to retire. I couldn't ask for better help than I did get from Becker Law. A friend of mine called me a couple of months ago, and she needed an attorney, and I said, well, call Becker Law offices.
Call the Becker Law office. Just dial 3s.
I wasn't too thrilled about dentures, but I need to be able to chew. So I called Aspen Dental. They got me right in because my visit was long overdue. And no one on staff even made me feel bad that I hadn't been in since the leg warmer fad. My new dentures came with a great guarantee, so this giant pretzel's got nothing on me.
With dentures starting at $3.99 and a money-back guarantee, dentistry's never been easier. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
I'm Alex Trebek. If you're age 50 to 85, I have an important message about security. Write down the number on your screen so you can call when I finish. The lock I want to talk to you about isn't the one on your door. This is a lock for your life insurance, a rate lock that guarantees your rate can never go up at any time for any reason. But be careful. Many policies you see do not have one. But you can get a lifetime rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. Call this number to learn more. This plan was designed with a rate lock for people on a fixed income who want affordable life insurance that's simple to get. Coverage options for just $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. Act now, and your rate will be locked in for life. It will never increase. Guaranteed. This is lifelong coverage that can never be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Guaranteed. And your acceptance is guaranteed, with no health questions. You cannot be turned down because of your health. Call for your information kit and read about this rate lock for yourself. You'll also get a free gift with great information. Both are free, with no obligation. Don't miss out. Call for information, then decide. Read about the 30-day 100% money-back guarantee. Don't wait. Call this number now.
Call 1-800-440-4200 for your free information and a free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-440-4200. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-440-4200. 1-800-440-4200. Call now.
Welcome back in. Great to have you along on WKYT News. One of the most influential authors and theologians is coming to Lexington tonight. Ravi Zacharias will be speaking at Memorial Coliseum.
And to learn more about it, we're joined by Jared Polson, former UK basketball player, and Gabe Meisner, both with UK's Christian Student Fellowship. Thank you all very much for coming in.
Thank you.
It's going to be a great event.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is what you might call a great get, right?
Yeah.
To be able to
That's
have him coming in. Tell us about first the organization and what you're trying to do there tonight.
Yeah, well, CSF is a Christian organization on campus, and we just do a lot of events on campus for students, mostly known for probably the water balloon fight, which happens every year. So, yeah, that's obviously a great one. But we booked Ravi 3 years ago, so it took us that long just to get him here. So, yeah, it's been a long time coming, but we're really excited.
That really says a lot, though, that you have to plan that far out. Right. What are you hoping that everybody who comes tonight will get out of this?
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping that a lot of different people from different backgrounds, philosophies, religions come to this because he's going to talk about the four biggest questions of life that everyone has to answer at some point. So we're looking for a lot of diversity to come, and hopefully it's just going to be a good night to kind of think about life in a different way than you normally would.
Well, it's an important time for college students, certainly.
Yes.
They're thinking about their futures and so forth, and they face a lot more today, don't they, out there, times of uncertainty. Do you know anything about the message that Ravi will be bringing?
Yeah, so he's going to talk about, his title is The Four Big Questions. So basically, everyone in life has to answer these. How did we get here? Why are we here on this earth? what's right and wrong, and then what happens when we die. So those are pretty basic questions, but he's going to kind of tackle those as best as he can in 45 minutes.
Yeah, but those are not tiny questions.
Not tiny questions, no.
But I think it's interesting that you're really putting the call out and hoping to have a really diverse group that comes in. That can make the discussion that much more interesting, can't it?
So Ravi will actually be answering questions from the crowd too. So students are allowed to come up and ask questions, and he is known for tackling any questions from any walk of life. So whether you believe in God or you believe in nothing, he's there to answer questions.
Really
as you reach out to folks on campus these days, how's it all going? How are they receiving the work you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, CSF is doing really well, and not just CSF, but all the faith organizations on campus are doing really great things, and I think CSF is probably the most well-known on campus, so we get a lot of the attention, but I mean, it's been really great, especially this year, so we're looking forward to tonight.
All right, Jared, it's tonight, and it's free.
Yes.
7 o'clock, Memorial Coliseum, right?
Yes, and the weather's going to be great.
Just come, it'll be perfect inside. Just come in and enjoy it.
Yes, there you go.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Who says you can't get anything for free in addition to admission to that
That's
event?
right. The Frugal shares some finds next on WKYT.
Hello everyone, Amber Canoy here for MomsEveryday.com. I've got Julie Marfell with me today, the Dean of Frontier Nursing University, and a lot of moms out there are registered nurses, or they maybe want to get into the nursing field, maybe a possible career change. Why is this such an important place to look into to continue their education?
Well, at Frontier Nursing University, we offer the option to become a nurse practitioner or a nurse midwife. That's a graduate degree, so you come in with your ADN or your bachelor's, and you progress then to a master's and then the Doctor of Nursing Practice program as well. Frontier is an affordable university. We're right in the middle of for tuition, high and low. We try to keep ourselves at a place where people are affordable, and you do it in your own community. So you're able to do most of your coursework online, and then you do your clinical wherever it is that you live, with us being able to help you pick out a preceptor and be able to set up where you're going to actually do clinic.
All right, go online to momseveryday.com for more information.
The treasure folks are loving is the ocean's greatest haul. McDonald's Filet-O-Fish, the most golden of them all.
Right now, get 2 flaky Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $5.
Many times, injured workers are left with permanent injuries or restrictions that prevent them from returning to their jobs. Sometimes, their injuries are so severe they become permanently disabled, leaving them with little or no income. At Morgan & Morgan, we help folks who cannot return to their jobs due to injuries obtain permanent disability benefits under both workers' compensation and Social Security laws. Don't assume you don't qualify just because the insurance company says so. Call us, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Announcing the ultimate red tag event at Adams Buick GMC Truck in Richmond. With GM supplier pricing for everyone on every new GMC. That means every new GMC Terrain at GM supplier pricing. Every new Sierra pickup at GM supplier pricing. And every new Acadia at GM supplier pricing. Plus, get the Adams Advantage, a limited lifetime powertrain warranty. The ultimate red tag event only at one place. Adams Buick GMC Truck in Richmond, where
Sid says sell them.
Accelerate your career plan. Kelly Services is now hiring production associates at Toyota Motor Manufacturing in Georgetown. Great pay and premium benefits package. For details and application, go to kellyservices.us/TMMK.
Well, I would recommend Critchfield Meats to anybody that's looking for a quality product and a quality shopping experience. I've never walked in the front door when I wasn't greeted. They appreciate my business, and I appreciate that as a customer.
These gray skies, we could shake them up, we could
Wake up with a hot McCafe coffee starting at only $1.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. Follow WKYT on Twitter.
Welcome back into WKYT News. All right, this will get your attention. We all like to get something for free, and as it turns out, there are a lot of freebies out there that you may not be aware of.
But you will be now. The Frugal, Debbie Morris, is here to share some of her finds. Welcome. Glad to have you here. You brought some freebies.
I brought, you know, this is just what I got this month. And, you know, I try to tell people it's not that hard to do this. And this is just a month thing. especially like these magazines. I get 30 magazines delivered to me free.
Really?
Free.
Free.
And then, you know, people say, how can that happen? You know, you can't get something free. And it's funny because what it is like Bed Bath & Beyond is buying subscriptions for Better Homes and Gardens because, and they give away thousands of subscriptions because they want you to read that, and then they want you to go to their store and buy it. So, and you don't have to do credit cards or anything. So these come right to your door. Target has samples, and this sample, I mean, this is I got from Target, and it's full size.
Oh, wow.
So full size sample came to me right on Target.com with a coupon right inside it, right to my mail. You know, and then this is your favorite M-Perks bill that they gave you to you free. So you loaded it on your Myers card, and you got a free, you know.
You get to go get your free paper towels.
And you got your free paper towels. And the same thing, Friday freebie. Every Friday at Kroger's, you get something free. This last week was the granola bar. This week at CVS, you get your free
the Cadbury
eggs. So completely free.
But how do you always seem to know about these things? I don't. How do I find out about
Well, I mean,
those?
you know, like I said, like we were talking about the M-Perks, you know, you got to sign up for it. And once you sign up for these things, they'll send you stuff, and you just keep on going in. Every once in a while, just make a habit of going back in and signing, you know, signing up. And like I said, for the Kroger's, the Friday freebies, that's a freebie that comes right to you. So, you know, you should always load that onto your card.
You even have some sort of high-end toothpaste.
Well, in this toothpaste at CVS, they, you know, with those reward cards, you know, always sign up for the reward card. I can't say that enough. They're giving you a $2 coupon, CVS store coupon, and you use the $2 coupon that was in the paper, Sunday paper. That was $3.99. I got it for free.
All right, well, sign up for the freebies.
So sign up, they're all right there.
So
easy.
It requires some thinking and some strategy, but it all works out. All right, we have this big storm system across the south. We're getting a little of it, including maybe some snow tonight.
Micah, what else can we expect?
Yeah, I think that's what you're going to be expecting the next 24 hours. We'll have showers, even a few rumbles of thunder. We cannot rule out a strong, potentially stray severe cell, especially north of I-64 and back toward the east through the rest of the afternoon. Now starting to see that snow mix in western Kentucky, and what you're going to be seeing there around 65 corridor roughly 5 p.m. around 75 corridor roughly 8 p.m. and then it moves east before we hit midnight. Chris Bailey's going to be in here 4 p.m. to get you updated.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us for WKYT News at noon.
Make it a great day, everybody.